While they're working
Medicaid,
full-time.
Section
Lord have
8,
mercy.
while they're working full-time, and
Yep.
taxpayers are subsidizing corporations so these CEOs can make these mega billion-dollar salaries, and these people need some help.
You're
In
gonna
other
lead
words,
us-
raising the minimum wage.
You're going to lead us right into the next segment. I'm going to let my
Exactly. In fact, when we get back, I want to make sure that you know about the most radical Republican idea yet, because it is really, really stupid. And you're going to get a hint about how dumb it is by taking a look at the Crossfire quiz. My Republican friends like to pretend like only a handful of teenagers earn minimum wage. How many Americans actually work at or below the minimum wage? Is it 750,000, 1.7 million, or 3.5 million? We'll have those answers when we get back.
Get 20 of our best for less at Ruby Tuesday. That's 20 dishes all under $10. Try our loaded smokehouse burger or fresh garden bar and everything in between. Delicious flatbreads, tacos, tenders, and salads, all made to order and all under $10. Only at Ruby Tuesday.
What began as your passion became your business. AT&T can help simplify how you manage it, so you can focus on what you love most. When everyone and everything works together, business just sings.
The look of success just got easier. Joseph A. Bank Traveler dress shirts and sports shirts. Now 3 for $109. 100% cotton, wrinkle-free traditional and trimmer fits. A fantastic limited time value, 3 for $109. Through Saturday at Joseph A. Bank.
America, we have a powerful choice.
To create jobs.
To revitalize American manufacturing.
To make us more secure.
By choosing to produce and refine more energy.
American energy.
America is now the world's #1 natural gas producer, and with smart policies could become #1 in oil by 2015. A global energy leader.
This election.
Let's join together.
Republicans.
Democrats.
Independents.
To re-energize America.
Get involved at chooseenergy.org.
America's energy.
America's choice.
The fun is back. Don't let cracks and splinters spoil your fun. Bare Deck Over gives new life to old wood and concrete. More than a stain, it extends the life of your deck, fills cracks and covers splinters. Don't replace, resurface. With Bare Deck Over, exclusive though. Good, better, Bare.
Going to the gym is easy. You can work out any part of your body, but they don't really have a machine for your brain. Lumosity has all these great exercises, all based on neuroscience, but they just feel like games. It's a fun workout, and my brain feels great.
Any brain can get better, and Lumosity.com can help. It's like a personal trainer for your brain, improving your performance with the science of neuroplasticity, but in a way that just feels like games. Start training with Lumosity.com right now and discover what your brain can do.
Good news! Christian Mingle has over 13 million registered members. Nearly 4 million new members in the past year alone. Sometimes we wait for God to make the next move when God is saying it's your time to act. The next move is yours. Joining is easy and free. Find God's match for you at ChristianMingle.com today.
The buzz is building for the most glamorous night in Washington.
This is the Nerd Prom.
And CNN can get you in to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, from the red carpet to the main event. Live coverage starts tomorrow night at 8 on CNN.
The performance review, that corporate trial by fire when every slacker gets his due. And yet, there's someone around the office who hasn't had a performance review in a while. Someone whose poor performance is slowing down the entire organization. I'm looking at you, phone company DSL.
Check your speed. See how fast your internet can be. Switch now and add voice and TV for $34.90. Comcast Business. Built for business.
Homeowners, don't give up trying to refinance just because your home is underwater. Get the no-cost HARP loan from PennyMac. HARP is a government-sponsored loan program that allows homeowners to refinance no matter what the value of your home. Unlike many banks, PennyMac has flexible HARP solutions that help homeowners save money. Don't miss out. Lock in your low rate. Call in the next 10 minutes and get a free $50 gift card for the Home Depot when you apply. Call 800-908-1917. 800-908-1917.
I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta. This is CNN.
Welcome back. Big news today. We have a great jobs report. The lowest unemployment rate in almost 6 years. Thank you, Mr. President. But we are not out of the woods yet. I want you to look at the answer to our Crossfire quiz. We still have 3.3 million Americans who are working at or below the minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. Now, unfortunately, the Republicans won't let the president give these workers a raise. Now, check this out. You have Republicans, they don't want laws that promote equal pay for women, unemployment insurance. They don't want to extend the runway for active job seekers who need gas money to get to their job interviews, and no raise for Americans. But that's not the nuttiest part. Now you have Republicans like Tom Coburn saying crazy stuff like this, quote, "I don't believe there ought to be a national minimum wage." That's my position. So, in the Crossfire tonight, we've got Republican Representative Andy Harris, Democratic Representative Barbara Lee, both in the Crossfire tonight. I'm going to go to you. Are you willing to go on the record endorsing this radical view from Coburn that says America shouldn't even have a national minimum wage?
We certainly ought to raise we shouldn't raise the national minimum wage. I was with a small business owner in my district, rural area, and she was very worried because she has a small business. She wants to hire people.
Sure. But I'm not going to let you out of this. Yes or no? Is a national minimum wage a good idea or a bad idea?
Should be left where it is.
So you're for it. You're for a national minimum wage.
Where it is.
Exactly where it is. Not a penny less, not a penny more. It just happens to be perfect right now.
If states want to increase it, or cities, God bless them, but if jurisdiction doesn't, it should be where it is.
Now, since you're talking about the raise, make sure you know the vast majority of the American people, 69% of the American people actually agree with me that we should raise the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. Only 23% disagree with that. Why are you smarter than 69, 70% of the American people?
Well, I'll bet you didn't ask the question, well, what if raising the minimum wage to $10.10 lost 500,000 jobs to the American economy? Because that's what nonpartisan CBO says. I bet you the question wasn't asked that way.
Andrew, I was a small business owner before I came to Congress for 11 years, 300-plus employees. Believe you me, we not only paid a higher minimum wage, we paid a living wage. Productivity was off the scale, no turnover. You can't tell me that when companies paid decent, good wages with good benefits, they make money.
Then they would pay higher wages. That's the way the market works. It's not the president who gives anybody a wage. It's a small business owner who's giving someone a raise. And believe me, if they thought that productivity would go up, they'd be giving them a raise.
So let me ask you this question, since you're a good advocate for this. The mayor of Seattle is proposing that the minimum wage ought to go up to $15 an hour.
Good for him.
So,
in California, more than likely, from what I remembered, a living wage where people could live and take care of their families and move toward achieving the American dream was about $25, $26 an hour.
So would you support that as a minimum wage for California?
Absolutely, I would support it for California. I think the regional
And you don't think that would affect unemployment?
No. Trust me. Believe you me, you would have a more productive workforce. You would have people who could afford to live in areas now where they cannot afford to live. You would increase diversity in certain communities where you don't have diversity anymore. You would have economic parity, and the income gap would begin to close.
Let me shock my good friend here. I'm going to be bolder than Tom Coburn. Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, is visiting today. Germany is the most productive country in Europe. It has 40% of its young people in apprenticeship programs. It has no minimum wage. In fact, if you look at Western Europe as a group, the countries that have a minimum wage have 13.8% unemployment. The countries with no minimum wage, and these are, by the way, higher income countries. These are Norway, Sweden, Austria, Switzerland, Germany. They have 6.3% unemployment. Now, what's wrong with this picture? Here are countries that say we're going to be economically productive. They have half the unemployment rate of the countries that have a social welfare state. What am I missing here?
Well, I lived in England for 2 years, so I know Great Britain, and I know Europe very well. And one you're missing is they have a safety net. First of all, they have universal health care. They have young people have access to education. Cost of housing is much lower. Their governments ensure that there's a minimum standard of living, and in fact, the unemployment compensation